WrestleTalk!
It's WrestleMania Backlash predictions time for 2022. I am Luke Owen, DAD, here to moderate the war between challenger Sullivan Bo Brown and champion, the undisputed, unified Jam That Champion, Adam Blompier. Adam, this is your first title defense. How are you feeling, champ?
I don't want these anymore.
Why don't you want them anymore?
They're cumbersome, Lou. I didn't plan for this. I'm busy. I'm literally too busy to do this prediction stream today.
So for, peeling back the curtain somewhat, you came into this stream 30 seconds before we started going live.
I've got a lot on.
Yeah, me and Sullivan were sat here being like, well, I'm sure he'll come in at some point.
Keep them guessing. Never sleep.
Sullivan, this is your first chance at a Jam That Championship. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very excited, and if I win, I don't think they're cumbersome at all. If anything, I'd double the amount of belts.
You want them? You want them? Do you want these?
Well, yes.
You can have them.
Well, no, let's do it the proper way.
I don't want to do it the proper way.
We're doing it the proper way.
Adam now.
All right, they made me do proper predictions for this. I tried to throw this.
Adam now, come on. This is not the conversation that we had in the office earlier. The conversation we had in the office was like, oh, I bloody love doing these predictions, and I'm going to keep holding these belts for a long, long time.
Oh, it's me, Adam Blompier. I love doing predictions. I love all these belts. I've done it so well.
I can't wait to do this every Sunday for a month until I die.
I'm going to be Jam That Champion forever.
My shoulders are going to be so big from carrying around all this bloody gold that I love dearly.
So stop your pretending. Try to be all cool and that.
I'm very cool.
I don't want to be doing this. Ooh, the belts are cumbersome.
I'm holding a belt with Jam That Jam written on it. I couldn't be much cooler than
You're actually carrying two belts that say Jam That Jam on them.
You're right. God, you're right.
So
I studied law at university.
Well, you should have made something of yourself. This is WrestleMania Backlash 2022 predictions here on the WrestleTalk Podcast. Please do subscribe. Click the thumbs up button. Become a member. But hey, if you like doing predictions, why not become one of our pledge hammers on Patreon? We're at patreon.com/WrestleTalk, where you can compete against us in wrestling predictions on Wrestle League. Pete is currently doing the form at the moment, and that should be going live while this stream is going. So if you want to join Patreon now, that post will be ready, and you can submit your predictions to be part of Wrestle League.
Who won the last Wrestle League in the office?
Who did win?
Andy?
I think it might have been Ollie. I think it was Ollie.
It was either you or Ollie that won.
I did very well.
Pete and Tempest lost, so they're having to do a duet music video.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Pete.
Here comes Pete. Hello, Pete.
Just a quick update on Wrestle League.
Okay, Pete's coming in to give an update on Wrestle League. I'm glad it was Wrestle League and not the audio or something.
No, you're all fine. Wrestle League isn't. There's some issues, we're aware, with Wrestle League, in that it works. It works on mobile, we think.
What a product launch.
Yep.
It works on mobile,
we think.
It is...
But only Android.
Imagine if Wozniak got up on stage doing Apple. By the way, they have been setting on fire.
So, it's quite frustrating. In that it should be working and it's not. We're not sure what platforms it's working on or not, so just try various things and maybe an incognito browser, because that also sometimes works.
You've got to be ashamed of the league.
So, yeah.
It's for Wrestle League and pornography.
So what we've seen?
Pay us for it.
So what we've seen is that mobiles seem to work. So if you could do it on your phone, that would be preferable. Okay, go back to your predictions now. Love everyone. Bye bye.
Thanks, Pete. That's patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Okay.
There goes proud man Peter Quinnell there.
There's never been a better time to become a pledge hammer on Patreon. fairness, there's a lot of other good stuff on Patreon. There's WrestleTalk Extra. Me and Sullivan reviewed NXT TakeOver Dallas, and we had a
did.
grand old time.
Lovely stuff.
Adam wasn't able to go to that show, even though we asked.
Please. I wanted them to, but they didn't.
They were like, you will go to WrestleMania, and you will watch Roman Reigns and Triple H have a boring 40-minute main event, and you will like it.
Yes, we watched it from the hotel and then rushed to the venue where they did take over Dallas to stand outside to pretend like we just watched.
Oh no, that's even worse. That's so much worse.
That's worse than our Wrestle League story. Oh, dear. But anyway, so if you are new to this channel and
No, you're not here anymore.
I was gonna say,
You're not here.
you've well clicked off this video by that point, or stop listening to the podcast. The way that we do predictions here is that these two men have written down their predictions already ahead of time. I'm going to go through this one by one, match by match, and a match is worth 1 point. Title matches are worth 2 points, and you have a joker pick. So, for example, if you picked a title match as your joker pick, that could be worth 4 points. However, if your joker pick is wrong, you will lose those 4 points. In fact, the reason why I lost my interim Gem That Championship is because Ronda Rousey didn't win at WrestleMania like I thought she was going to.
Yeah. So Joker picks are worth double and lose double regardless. So yeah, you're
Risk and reward.
it's the only one that you can lose points on.
Yes, as it currently stands, Pete may have some things to say about that, but he's got to fix Wrestling League
Yeah,
first.
fix Wrestle League first, Pete. Then you can talk. Yeah.
So we'll go through this.
Ken ideas above his station. He was actually playing with Wrestle League and dropped it. His fault. Message him at Pete Quinnell on Twitter about how he broke Wrestle League.
And then his ass.
And then his ass.
He broke his ass.
He broke his ass.
So can I ask you to move ever so slightly?
absolutely.
You're trying to move yourself out of frame.
Sorry, that Wrestle
Be
League
proud
thing.
that you're on this stream.
Welcome to the family.
Yeah, absolutely broke me. I couldn't take it.
Broke you like Wrestle League is currently broken.
Broke you like Pete's ass.
Here I am, broken like Pete's ass.
When I was a student, I used to work at Game Station, and we always used to do that. Bodies have been broken. How'd you learn to fall off a 20-foot ladder? And you have that line where it's like, I dislocated my shoulder, my spinal column. You used to go like, I dislocated my shoulder, that's fractured into my ass. Every time I think of you saying Pete broke his ass, I was like, I fractured the disc that broke my ass.
I had 3 surgeries on my left knee.
Anyway, right, so we're going to get into these predictions now. Kicking things off with a WrestleMania rematch. It's Bobbles Splashley versus Amos with MVP. Champion, I will come to you first. Who have you written down?
Gracious, I have written down the big boy, the biggest of boys. He's MVP's MVP. It's Amos.
You got with Amos this time.
He's got a new friend.
So what? Okay, so you're picking him because of the MVP connection.
Yes, I think there is literally no point of putting MVP with Amos if you don't immediately pay off the fact that MVP is with Amos by having him do something, which is beat Lashley.
I will say Lashley has beaten Amos on several occasions since WrestleMania. He won the arm wrestling contest.
Yeah.
So that kind of defeats your argument of like, why would you put MVP with him if you're not going to have Amos lose a bunch of stuff? Because he's then lost a bunch of stuff.
No one cares about TV, Luke Owen. They only care about premium live events.
So you're going with Amos, Sullivan Bo Brown?
I, too, am going for Amos because basically the same reasons. I think I think he's been losing. I think actually because he's lost so many times to Bobby Lashley, they're going to go, okay, here's a win. MVP will interfere with his shenanigans and his fun cane.
Call out Bobby's name. Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. Yo, Pierce.
Heard your mum was going out. Squeak!
And then Amos will take the win.
I mean, obviously my predictions don't matter here.
They don't. So what's next?
My opinions don't. Oh, okay.
When is it, by the way? I just want to clarify. When I want to announce my Joker, do I do it at the time of that match?
No, we will do it afterwards.
Okay.
We'll do it at the end. Yes, I would have probably gone with Amos here as well, if only because 50-50 booking would dictate as well that Lashley won at WrestleMania, Amos wins at WrestleMania Backlash, and you do the rematch of the rematch at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And then Lashley probably wins there.
We've heard no, like anything online about them having given up on Omos, so it doesn't make sense to beat him twice in a row. It
Well,
doesn't make any sense.
if anything, they've given him a more high-profile manager. The reports were that Malcolm Bivens was in line to be called up to the main roster to manage Omos. LA Knight was also considered to be his new manager until they went with MVP. And I think of those three, MVP is certainly a more high-profile name.
I think short of Heyman, he's the most high-profile manager in wrestling right now.
I'd agree, yeah. Well, speaking of high-profile and things everyone's excited for, up next it's Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss.
Bloody Christ.
God, can't wait for this one, eh?
Yeah. Sure hope there's another Happy Talk segment on SmackDown to promote it.
You know, you're talking about dream matches. Everyone's talking about AEW Forbidden Door and everything. This is where it's at, all right?
It has got a thumbnail picture. Like the match card of it has got just two punchable dorks on it, and it's just like it's like looking at a WrestleTalk thumbnail. It's just like, oh God, I don't want to watch either of these lots. But yeah, Sullivan, we'll come to you first.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going Corbin or Moss?
I'm going for Madcap Moss. I don't really care about this match in any way. But so I flipped a coin and went, that's my guy.
That's my guy. Madcap Moss.
My God, I'm emotionally invested in that one. I'm emotionally invested in Madcap Moss.
The Denver Broncos.
Yeah, I don't have a huge. I mean, I can't say that I'm too invested in this feud. But yeah, I'm going to go for Madcap Moss.
Adam Blumpier.
Whoever wins, we lose. I think this is Madcap Moss.
Do you not think there's an argument to be made that Corbin gets the win here and then you just do this match again at the next pay-per-view?
Sounds great.
I mean,
sign me up for seconds, I guess.
Give the fans what they want. More Corbin versus Madcap Moss.
I hoping that he joins MVP's new stable. They become Madcap Amos. I can see that. Look, I don't care about the characters of Happy Corbin or Madcap Moss, but I am actually really impressed with Madcap Moss.
He's grand.
He's good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
He's a nippy little bugger when he's not landing on his bunts. He's very, very good. I think they absolutely see an upside in him. He looks great. He's got a great look.
Just get better ring gear.
Just get him away from Corbin and get him away from that Madcap bollocks.
That's exactly it. Get rid of the Madcap shtick. Get rid of those, like, him wearing those booty shorts and, like,
the braces.
And the braces, because he just looks like Misty from Pokemon. And I just think that's not helping anyone.
He looks like he's someone who's stripping in a candy factory.
He looks like Party Boy from Jackass.
Slightly better version.
Whoa!
Oh, God.
You hush your dirty whore mouth there, Adam.
You said the truth, Adam.
No, shut up, Sullivan.
The truth.
The truth interferes with his rosy picture of the early 2000s.
Wait, no. We all saw Party Boy at WrestleMania, and it was one of the best things.
He's aged like a fine fruit, hasn't he?
Up next, this should be an absolute banger of a match. In fact, actually, the next four three and a bit should be dead good. It is AJ Styles versus Edge of Judgment Day, with Damian Priest barred from ringside. Another WrestleMania rematch. Mm-hmm. Adam, where are you heading?
So, 50-50 booking would dictate that this is AJ Styles' to win. Right? Wrong. He hasn't won on pay-per-view since Money in the Bank last year.
Is that true?
That's an actual true fact. He's coming up to a year of not having won any pay-per-view matches. It's mad, that. I would love to see AJ Styles win. Kind of. He's not really got anything going. It is true.
It can't be true.
It is true.
He was tagging with Amos.
Yeah, him and Amos won that match at Money in the Bank, and then they lost the titles, and they didn't get them back at SummerSlam.
What else did AJ do?
What else has he done?
I'll tell you what he did. He lost.
Yeah.
For nearly a year.
I promise you he hasn't won in a year.
Crivens, I don't like that much.
But no, I think the big hoopla about the old priest being banned from ringside is it because this isn't going to be a two-man stable. I think we are seeing the addition of a new member of Judgment Day. I think a new member of Judgment Day will be upon us. And I think that is how Edge is getting the win this time. Maybe Rhea Ripley. Maybe, I don't know, Sullivan.
Ciampa is the other rumored name.
Also good. Also good. Big, intense looking, like men you'd find just like shouting at trees in a park.
Kratos looking man that he is. I mean, I think Ciampa is an interesting one. Although, because he's now embroiled in a feud with Ali, I don't think Ali is being added into this Judgment Day feud against the Bullet Club because Ali's embroiled with stuff with Austin Theory and The Miz. So I hear what you're saying. If my opinion were to matter here, I would have gone for Styles. Sullivan, where are you going?
I'm going for Styles.
Going with AJ.
He's lost every pay-per-view since Money in the Bank last year.
Why fix what isn't broken?
Yeah. Also, WWE love 50-50 booking. They love it. They think it's like delicious treacle that falls from the sky. They love it. They lap it up and they throw it out.
Everyone gets over.
Everyone gets over if it's 50-50.
Everyone wins.
Yeah, everyone wins and nobody loses. I think it's a very good theory about the third member being somebody who might interfere.
Who's the third man?
But maybe the third man might be introduced afterwards. I don't know. But I'm going to go for AJ Styles. I think this lost record's going to end, please.
Yeah.
Oh, what if it's Finn? What if AJ's only friend?
No, his only
Oh my god, it would
friend.
solely make sense as well. It would really make sense if it's Finn.
It'd be great if it
because
was.
like the whole thing is about like you losing all the time and finding a new like style for yourself, styles if you will. So like Balor does make sense. Oh, I don't like it though, but maybe I do like it.
His only friend. I think Finn Balor as the kind of Randy Orton of Judgment Day is a really fun.
The
Yep.
turn community. Yeah, I'm still sticking with Styles for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Because I think then they'll do a tag match at the next pay-per-view. We have another WrestleMania rematch: Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins in a singles match. Coming to you first, Sully Bobs.
I'm again 50-50 booking. Seth Rollins, he's got to get that win back. I know that Cody's the smart choice, but that's not what you got to do when you're predicting. You got to do the possibly more insane choice because it's WWE. So yeah, I'm going to go Seth Rollins.
Go Seth Rollins. Adam.
Yeah, I think this is Cody's. I don't necessarily. It's the same match. It's the same match.
Only this time, Seth has had a chance to prepare for it.
What a backlash to WrestleMania. Remember those matches you saw? Well, here we go again. I think this is Cody's either by just beating him again, because I don't know why you dim Cody's shine. He's one of your big new things. He is the guy that you kind of should be preparing for Roman, really, just based on the WrestleMania reaction and based on the fact you've seen everyone else at the top of.
And the fact that they seem to be rushing Drew as the next feud for Roman. Like Drew felt like the other big name. I think like Drew and Bobby are the only other names left. And so yeah, like Cody is the one you probably want to be building over those.
Building over time to go after Drew, I think, yeah, for sure. And I think you could be looking at a DQ, but I think if there is going to be a DQ, that's favoring Cody anyway. So I'm just going to go Cody.
Yeah. So you've gone.
I've gone Seth.
You've gone Seth. I think Seth's the choice here. I totally hear what you're saying, and I could see that Cody getting the win again. But at the same time, I think that this is a trilogy. I think they're going to do this match again at whatever the next pay-per-view is, TLC or whatever it is. And that's when Cody gets the big win.
The big push.
The big win that's not WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this now. This would have been probably the main event of the show, but it no longer is because they've taken a match that was really interesting and
Sweet Christmas.
and they've taken all of the interesting out of it. What was once RK Bro versus the Usos to unify the tag team titles and have some stakes, it is now just a 6-man tag with Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus the bloodline of the Usos and Roman Reigns. No belts are on the line. This could have been on SmackDown and no one would have batted an eyelid.
It's a go-home SmackDown match.
It is, yeah.
What the bloody hell are people paying for?
This is a go-home match for 2 separate matches.
Yep.
For RK Bro versus the Usos and Drew versus Roman.
Oh,
As
jeez.
opposed to it being... You right there?
I'm having a mare. Leave me alone.
Well, Adam, I'm coming to you first.
Right.
So are you going Bloodline or Drew's Lads?
Oh, this is the hardest one. on the whole card. I think like Cody and Seth is quite hard to call. AJ and Edge is quite hard to call. This is the hardest one because both sides work for what comes next. Either Roman and Sons cheat to beat Drew, which fires up Roman versus Drew, which fires up the eventual title unification if they're even planning on that anymore, or use the fact there's non-title to put Drew over. And I think Drew beating an Uso, maybe double claymores to both Usos or something like that, stack them like cornwood. It really, really is hard to call. I'm going Drew and Crew.
Drew and Crew, eh?
Yeah, man. I think getting Drew a visual. I don't think this is the main event. He's not going to pin Roman, but I think he pins one of the Usos. I think maybe even going for the splash into a claymore. Bang. And getting Drew looking crazy, crazy strong for the next pay-per-view where he's going up against Roman.
I am stunned. I mean, this is a sidebar, perhaps, but I am stunned that they're going to Drew Roman now when we have a UK pay-per-view coming up in the summer. You'd have thought that would be the time to do a Drew McIntyre Roman Reigns program, right?
Totally. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but
I mean, this may be like a 3-month-long program they're going to eke out here.
And then just do the last of the trilogy at... What's it called?
Clash at the Castle.
Clash at the Castle.
Yeah.
It does sound like a mobile game that would sponsor the WrestleTalk news.
Oh, Ollie would love to sell Clash at the Castle.
And if you use our promo code WrestleTalk, you get 50 crowns.
And a free castle worth up to 4 clashes.
Sully Bobs.
I have gone for the Bloodline.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, they are on a gobble mode.
Yeah, and I think I think similarly, I could see Roman pinning Riddle specifically.
Well, it's not going to be Randy, is it?
It's not going to be Randy. It's not going to be Drew. It's going to be Riddle. Yeah, I could just see them coming out with a dominating victory. But I agree with you here. It's very hard to call. Hardest to call on the whole card.
I think so too. Yeah. If my opinion was on this, crikey, I don't know who I would go for. I actually think I side more with Adam on this one. That it's like the reason to make this non-title, the reason to take all the titles off the line, is to give Drew a win over Roman's Crew.
Yeah.
And so he can be like, "Oi, no, we're molded. No,
all right now, no.
Because
Roman, I done beat you in the middle of this ring. I
Where do you
did.
think Drew McIntyre's from?
He's from what? He's from Air Scotland, I believe. Problem is, to do my Scottish accent, I have to go train spotting, and there's very few family-friendly lines I can do because it's really neat. Leaves here till we find out who did it. That's my
me,
go-to line.
Drew McIntyre. Oh, come over here, Roman. Hey, I want to fight you, Roman. I'll give you a fight.
It's hard, isn't
it's
it?
hard, isn't it? Scots. I was born in Glasgow. I know.
Because the other one is being Scottish, the lowest of the low, scum of the in earth.
No, Roman, you've had your fun, and it's time for you to face a claymore.
All I'm saying is that he probably would have been champion for longer if he had that voice.
Darth Vader had that voice.
You're a traitor with a rebel alliance. Anyway, right. So we got one last match to go through. It is our only title match on this whole card.
Ludicrous.
That is ludicrous, isn't it? There's no Bianca Belair.
Nope.
There's no... Who's the US champion? There's no Austin Theory. There's no...
Who's the Intercontinental Champion?
Ricochet. There's no Ricochet.
Oh, we're never seeing Ricochet again.
There's no Dana Brooke. There's no... Ooh, now. Are there any other champions?
Women's tag champions.
Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks and Naomi. Yeah, there's no Sasha Banks and Naomi.
Had a 5,000 yards there.
It really was like, God, who is it?
Someone else.
It's like that part
Nikki and Doudrop.
That Partridge bit where you can't remember something, he just stares for like a full minute.
Why my peephole Pringle? Do you want me to lap dance for you?
I mean, for a big problem that WWE has, they have too many belts, and they are not using any of them.
And none of them are defended tonight. Anyway, it is Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey in an I Quit match for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I came to you first, Adam, so I'm coming to you, Sullivan Bo Brown.
I think it's Ronda's to win.
And Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, Ronda's going to win this one, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's the obvious answer, right? Because we all thought she was going to win at Mania, then she didn't. This whole thing is being built around like Charlotte has never tapped out, apart from those other times, but she's never tapped out on pay-per-view, apart from those other times. And now is going to be the time when she finally says, I quit, apart from those other times. Adam?
Short of a Rock Mankind thing, you're not hearing Ronda Rousey say, I quit on a pay-per-view. Like, why would she join the company if that was even slightly on the card? She's a legitimate athlete.
So, fun fact, actually, the report at the time was, back in WrestleMania 35, the reason why Becky Lynch pinned Ronda Rousey is because Vince McMahon was like, well, she's an MMA fighter. She can't tap out. Because that never happens in mixed martial arts fights. No one ever taps out.
I've never seen that
in
happen.
mixed martial arts fights. It's always pinfalls. or escape the cage.
I've seen so many MMA matches end by crucifix pin, I tell you.
Small package, man. Can't get the belt off Conor McGregor because of it.
I'd like to apologise to absolutely nobody. Right, I am going for Rousey. Right?
Ronda?
Yeah, this is the main event that they wanted at Mania.
Yeah, this is what they should have done.
Yeah. This is going to be the main event of the show, and it's going to end with Ronda as champion. For surely. Unless little nature's getting really involved.
Oh no! What if they do?
He does a Ronda Rousey impression. Oh, she said, I quit. Oh, she said it. She said it, everybody.
I quit. Perfect. Ronda Rousey, sounding just like her. So, which brings us to our Joker picks. Adam, I don't think it's going to be too much of a guess to work out which one you're picking. And as champion, you get to pick first, no less.
That is my one championship advantage, and I'm going full board games. Let's maximize the number of points we could get. I'm going for the main event. I'm going for Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair. That's my Joker.
So if Charlotte Flair retains, you are losing 4 precious points.
That'll never happen. That's never happened before.
I mean, I'm saying that because Sully Bobs could gain some advantage here.
Oh, yeah.
What are you picking as your Joker?
I'm going to go really, really safe. I think, maybe. Who knows? I'm going to go for a Moss.
That's safe, is it?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just going for the ones that I feel like are the safest.
Yeah.
God, it probably is the
probably
safest.
is the safest of the lot,
Yeah.
isn't it? Thinking about it. Because the other ones do feel like coin flips.
Yep, 100%. Maybe, yeah, Madcap Moss might have been a better decision. But I've gone for a Moss. I'm sticking with it.
I don't think Madcap Moss is safe.
I don't think at all.
Honestly.
There's every chance that Corbin could get that, roll-up victory, foot on the ropes.
Bloody love putting Corbin over at the wrong time.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't they just? So that is all of our predictions for this show. Why don't you tell us what you think by posting comments in the video description down below or in our live chat currently. And hey, if you're thinking about it, I wouldn't hear my voice heard, why not head on over to patreon.com/WrestleTalk, where Wrestle League sort of works on mobile. Certain mobile.
And incognito mode on selected browsers.
Oh, where's Pete? Let's get Pete back.
Yeah,
he's
we
a better
can get-
salesman than us.
Yeah, 100%. He sold it really well earlier.
Guys, I will say that while Wrestle League is having some teething issues at the moment, everything has teething issues at the moment. My child has teething issues at the moment. Bless her heart. She is.
Hell of a segue.
Thank you very much. No, I mean, there's great stuff over at patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Me and Sullivan Bo Brown reviewed NXT TakeOver Dallas for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We were chatting through that show. It's longer than the show itself.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Go through the Observer and the Figure 4 at the time, talking about all the news. That Baron Corbin thing you mentioned there, Dave Meltzer goes on a bit of a tear in the Observer because he looks at the NXT TakeOver card and he's like, you've got Austin Aries, Shinsuke Nakamura, Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Asuka, Bayley, and you brought up Baron Corbin to the main roster.
American Alpha.
American Alpha and the Revival. And just and of all of those people, you picked Corbin.
He's ready.
He's the guy. Give him the Andrew the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And also, you guys did WrestleTalk After Dark in person in this very studio.
Yes, we played a board game and everything.
I listened to it. It was a lovely, wonderful, fun time.
Thank you.
I had a brief cameo in there for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I went home. But no, it was grand old time. So head on over to patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Get yourselves involved. And let's hear from you in the Ultrachats. Hannah Winter kicks things off here to say, all the love to Randy Andy Natson. I was a little mean on Quizzlemania that made him look so sad. And then I felt bad about it. Go, Adam. You're always good at winning things when no one says you can. Hold on. Go, Adam. You are always very good at winning when no one can say when you were beat. Go, Adam. You are always very good at winning when no one can say when they beat you. For me, it was Tuesday.
You know.
I think Hannah has had some autocorrects go against her there.
Oh, she's had a few vodka tonics.
I mean, it was a very good Street Fighter reference, though, so I will give you points for that. The bad one, Jambeard. This premium live event looks so uninteresting. And as much as I want Sullivan to win, seeing Adam being awkward with the titles is just too good. Also, P.S. America sucks buttholes once again this week.
It's a sad week.
Yeah, really sad.
It's not much rosier here either.
No, it isn't.
No.
But at least we've got healthcare.
Oh, yeah, there's always that. And we spelled judgment right.
That's something, isn't it?
Train 24. Adam looks so happy with those belts. Almost as happy as I am to see Sullivan on a Wednesday. Well, what if we could see you again tomorrow?
Oh, that would be ridiculous, Luke. Or actually, what's going to happen, maybe? Oh, yes. Because I'm going to be doing the AEW Dynamite review with Ollie tomorrow. It's going to be great fun.
Indeed it is, because I'm going to see Doctor Strange in the morning, and I won't have time to also watch Dynamite. So you are filling in for the AEW Dynamite review.
He squeezes into any crack, doesn't he?
Oh, he's so grand, isn't he?
Yeah, you just get a bit of Sully on it. It's fine.
I hope people like him.
Open up.
Well, Roman Reigns this situation.
See, Sully's a funnier character than we've ever had. He's the key to all of this.
He's the nice dog.
The nice dog.
Jar Jar Brown.
Jar Jar.
And Kirsten says, you didn't get SummerSlam. What makes you think you care about you enough to alter the storyline to give Drew an important match? Boys, it's WWE. They will boast with the number of attendants at the castle, and that all. Love you all, LIW for life. So yeah, that is in reference to us thinking that they would have given Drew the big Universal title shot at the UK show, but they're like, no, you've got your pay-per-view. Be happy with that.
We probably will, to be fair.
I mean,
a pay-per-view over here sounds great.
Yeah, we haven't had one for 30 years.
No. Is it going to be like a proper one, or is it going to be like a rebellion?
No, I don't think it's like an insurrection, and it's not like the Super Showdown in Australia. I think this is an actual show. There'll be storylines going into it.
Storylines and everything.
I'm amazed they didn't call it SummerSlam Revenge or something like that, because it takes place after SummerSlam.
How soon after SummerSlam? The month after, or like is it like a payback situation?
I think. Hold on, I'll find out for you.
He'll find out for you.
He'll find out for us.
Wikipedia list of WWE.
Okay.
Yep, spell it all out. Spell out the whole thing.
WWE pay-per-view and network specials.
Okay,
Scroll down.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Upcoming events.
Upcoming events.
This is the stuff.
So it is on July 30th is SummerSlam, and then September 3rd is Clash at the Castle.
Wow!
Hey.
My entire birthday month without a pay-per-view. Delightful.
Yeah,
You
that is a whole 4 weeks to build there to Clash at the Castle.
I'll tell you what. Hey, I'll be back from Edinburgh at that point. So why don't we go to
Put a bit of Sully on it.
Yeah. Put a bit of Sully on it. I'm not saying
Edinburgh.
I could do a couple of sketches on the card.
That'd be grand. That would be great.
Yeah.
Come back thousands of pounds poorer, like
Yeah.
everyone does at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Absolutely.
Because the city of Edinburgh loves you all.
They love us.
Just please come back more.
Oh, there's something vital missing from Sully's eyes since he came back from the Edinburgh Fringe. I miss what used to be in my eyes.
Thank you all so much for watching this edition of the WrestleTalk podcast. Later on today, Sat and SP3, who were here yesterday and are quite wonderful, will be reviewing NXT, who were doing Spring Breaking last night, and they're going to be chatting about Nikita Lyons, because there's a report going around that she is, WWE are very, very high on Nikita Lyons at the moment, because she gets that social media buzz, and that is a very important metric to WWE, so they'll be talking about that later on. And then tomorrow, it is Oliver Davis and Sullivan Bo Brown reviewing AEW Dynamite. Then on Friday, because I'm off, it's the anti-chemistry of Adam Blompier and Denise Salcedo on the Team Danuke show. So do subscribe, enable notifications and all that jazz. Patreon.com/WrestleTalk. I'm sure Wrestle League will be fixed very, very shortly. And until then, everyone, jam that jam. Jam that jam.